Okay, we'd like to go ahead and get started. First, I'll introduce myself. My name is Randy Jackson, and I'm currently a community student advocate working with the Student Life team. And I will also be facilitating this session tonight. And before we get started, are you guys, can you see me okay? I just want to make sure that communication is clear for everyone. If anybody has any barriers or to communication, let me know. And before we get started, I wanted to explain why we are filming this process. Some students weren't able to attend tonight and they wanted to know what was going on. And so that's the purpose of filming this. And we'd like to retain the information for the future as well. So if you happen to leave, please make sure that you sign the waiver form that you're allowing us to film you. Thank you. Let's proceed. So I really wanted to talk about what the purpose of this forum is and the history of it. A while back, your NTID Senator, Helen Yu, could you stand up, please? She is the NTID Senator, and she had handed out a survey, and she wanted to get feedback about how we could improve. And one of the top issues on that survey was English. And so she decided to work closely with NSC, the NTID Student Congress President, Nathalie. She would stand up. Hi. Both decided to work together and really talk about how we can solve these issues. And they also met with Dr. Katie Schmitz, who is the chairperson of the English department. They really wanted to know what the English department was going to look like in the future, especially with moving to semesters in 2013. So Nathalie decided to come to the NTID Student Assembly, or the NSA, and realized that we weren't ready to move on with the 2013 semester plans because some students had issues and concerns that they felt like that they wanted to express before the plan for 2013 semester transition was made. So I decided to go ahead and gather a committee together of students who would be able to share their ideas and be able to develop some kinds of solutions for the current English system. We wanted to have a healthy conversation between both the students and the administrators. In the end, we want this to be a win-win type of situation. Can everybody see me okay? Okay, so the student committee has some plans. We wanted to show you a timeline of what we're thinking. And so you can see on the screen up here, this one. And so during the 9th and the 10th week, after you all have had an opportunity to share your feedback tonight, we're going to collect all of that, and then the committee will be discussing your ideas and solutions and recommendations. Again, that's happening the 9th and 10th week of this quarter. And you'll be presenting those ideas to the administrators who are here this evening. And then the spring quarter during the 2nd and 3rd week. Now again, I want to emphasize that this is just a rough schedule. We haven't actually set this up with the administrators yet. So we'd like to be able to present the recommendations that we have and then allow them to respond. And then once we get more concrete information, we'll be sharing that with you all. And again, that will be the wins and the wheres of the following information sessions. Just want to make sure that everybody is with me so far. So I just want to acknowledge those students who are in the committee. If you wouldn't mind standing up and being recognized, please. Stand up, stand up. Now, just to let you know, they have been working really hard in a lot of meetings, a lot of discussions, so we'd like to thank them for that. I'd also like to recognize NSC for their contributions and involvements, as well as NSA. And I'd like to thank the administrators for coming this evening. It's very important that you came and supported this trip. So now I'd like to go ahead and introduce each member, each administrator. So if you wouldn't mind stating your name and your position and a little bit about what you do.
Okay, so do we want the camera to be on the panel now? Is everybody okay? Because we don't have enough lines to set up everything. So one moment while we set the technical stuff. Can everybody see him fine? About? Great. Okay.
My name is Bernard Berwick, and I'm the new executive assistant to President Joseph. And my role is really mostly government relations, human resources, and a few other things. So I'm happy to be here tonight representing the Office of the President. Thanks.
Should I stand? Okay. It's a good place. Can everybody see me? Come just a little forward. Where's the X? Can everybody in the back see?
Okay, I'm Katie Smith, chairperson for the Department of Liberal Studies. We offer different English courses and liberal arts courses across campus for guest students. Been here now 22 years and happy to join you tonight.
Before, my name is Lori Brewer. I'm the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. I'm responsible for all the academic programs here within the college of NTID, including associate degrees, the interpreting program, and MSSC education program. I'm also responsible for all the support provided to general partnering students from the other colleges of art. I've been here 33 years. I started here teaching psychology in the College of the Arts with Dr. Martin, and then became an administrator. I'm happy to be here with you. This is probably my 10th discussion about English issues, so I'm looking forward to new information on it.
Good evening. My name is, first name Stephen, last name Aldersley, sign name Aldersley. I've also been here for a long time, 30 years roundabout. I used to be the chairperson of the English department, and I became the associate dean for academic affairs about 3 years ago. So now I work with Lori, and I work closely with her on the issues of faculty searches, tenure and promotion, and all the academic programs also. So I'm very happy to be here tonight. It's also, for me, not the first time that I've attended a meeting related to English issues. Nationally, there's been a long history of English issues at NTID. We understand that it's a huge issue for many students, so we're happy to hear what you have to say tonight.
Hi, my name is Denise Cavan, and I have two roles here at NTID. My first role here is I'm the special assistant for SD to 2020 implementation, which basically means that I follow around and try to figure out what's going on, to figure out how we can grow for the next 10 years, well, really for the 2020 years. My other hat that I tend to wear is to teach classes here. So thank you very much for having me this evening. Hi, my name is Rob Adams, and I am the Associate Dean for Student and Academic Services. I'm here responsible for counseling, for academic advising, associated with the Student Life team, whose services associated with them. So a variety of hats I do wear, and thank you so much for having me this evening.
Thank you for that. And now I'd like to explain what the process is going to be like tonight. I know that currently you're not seeing me on the screen, but we are going to fix that. So we were going to have people stand in the audience where there's a blue piece of tape here, but now we're going to have them come to the stage and actually sign their story or a question. You know that we have the student life team coordinators here. Where are they? I see AJ. Let's see, who else is here? Adrian? Did I see Adrian? Where is everyone else? Okay, there's Debbie, there's Adrian, she'll be back. So the three of them will be here in the back to provide support. So if you have something that you'd like to express but you're not really sure how you want to say it or if it's appropriate, you can always approach one of them and help them with that first to make sure. We really want to make sure that communication is clear and that it's transparent to everybody and everybody. We have a few ground rules that we need to establish. And the first one is to respect views and ideas. If somebody comes up and wants to tell their view or their side of the story, please make sure that you respect them. The next ground rule is that one person speaks at a time. And then that helps with making sure that the communication is clear, like you speak terms. And while the person is speaking, please don't interrupt. Now, if something isn't clear, then please do raise your hand and ask for clarification, and then we'll ask the person to stop and clarify what they're trying to say. And really, please make sure that you're visible to everyone and introduce yourself. We want to know who you are. And when you are up here, please make sure that everyone can see you, including the panel and the interviewers. And like I said, if you don't understand anything that's happening in the process, please raise your hand and respectfully ask for it to be clarified. You would keep yourself under control. You know that some of these issues might be emotional, and you might feel hurt, but please make sure that you control your emotions. And if you have cell phones and pagers, would you please turn them on? The phone needs to be here to listen to you, and we can't do that if we're focusing on our technology. So if you are the person who is going to make a comment and you're up here, please understand that we might interrupt you and it will more than likely be to provide clarification. Does anybody have any questions so far? Everybody clear? Okay. Yeah, I don't think any head shaking, so I'm assuming that everybody knows what's going on. Now, we did provide a list of questions to start the dialogue.